Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Direct Registration's live training interactive sessions. So today on 19th of January, we are recording one more video in sequence in order to interact with our interns and understand what current process they are going through and the projects they are doing and the kind of challenges they are facing and where are the spaces where we can help them and train them so that they can have a great experience working and developing products and services with Hackveda Limited. So as you guys already know, we have this exclusive direct registration through which a lot of interns have registered. And in direct registration, I believe the objective is very, very clear to all of us that we have this internship program which we run on Intern Tracker, which is a virtual internship from 4 weeks to 6 months. Okay, respective to your academic calendar, you can opt in for an internship for any specific duration from 4 weeks to 6 months. And those people, those who are freshers, those who are beginners, those who don't have much idea about how products are developed. So for that, for those candidates, direct registration is one of the effective ways to get started with their internships. Have an interactions with the industry people like us who develop products, services, and create value for the customers. So you guys can also learn how things are done and you can effectively deliver. You can gain experience through this virtual internship, which we organize through our platform Intern Tracker. Now, coming to second part, we have organized this 20 days live project-based training, but somehow what exactly happens, we have a very hectic schedule most of the times, and it becomes whenever we have to schedule it, on a very short time span, it will become difficult to reach out to every team member. So eventually we would be planning some Telegram channels or so, if possible, so that you all can connect with us and we can pass out a quick information to everybody. Secondly, what we can do is, because on Telegram, we don't have a limit of 250 people, hence we cannot get into a WhatsApp group. Otherwise, we have to manage multiple WhatsApp groups and we don't want to get into that hassle. Hence, Telegram could be one way where we can interact and large audience can be a part. So, but that is in plan. We will figure it out if the management agrees and we get the approvals, only then we can execute it. Secondly, what do we have is, so in this 20 days live project-based training, we will be training you on certain products which we have already developed. Okay. First objective with respect to internships must be clear among all the interns that interns are here to understand how Hackveda develop the products and services to our customers. We are not here to make individual projects for students. Okay. So this must be a clarity. And we are not sitting here to, fulfill college project requirements. That is not what we do. What we eventually do is we build products, services, and valuable solutions to our customers. And you guys have joined us as an intern where you will be given certain tasks and you have to complete them. That's how internship works. Okay. So have that clarity in your mind. The tasks will be allotted to you guys through Intern Tracker. These tasks are small weekly tasks would be allotted because we believe that an individual cannot build an industry scale product. And our objective is to build industrial products for our customers. Okay. We are not here to make college projects for college academic requirements. That's not how it works. So you have to be very, very clear that the products which we are building, how we use technology, you have to understand that. Suppose you have opted for X internship, say Python internship. So how we use Python in the industrial environment, that's what you need to learn from this internship. And around that experience, we provide you tasks on Intern Tracker. Okay. So eventually you have to complete your tasks on Intern Tracker, create presentations, create valuable content for the organization. What we expect from interns is you should be able to develop good content depending on the minute tasks which are allotted to you. And the tasks which we provide you is based around the products and services we build for our customers. Eventually, we cannot share the confidential source codes with the interns. But somehow, when you guys will be doing those tasks, you will be able to understand how we create those. We can give you a glimpse of how these products and services are built, but eventually, the source codes of the customer products cannot be shared. Okay. Moving on to other points, as you already know, there are individual reward points which you will get the benefit while you will be securing internship completion letters. And eventually, if you're performing well, if you're creating good presentations, you will eventually be promoted to a paid intern where you can get, stipends. So first 2 months is probationary. Third month onwards, you guys have accessibility to the stipends. Depending, you have a 70% consistent performance in your presentations. Okay. So many times people ask, what about the stipends? So stipends would be given to people. Performance-based stipends are here. So suppose you get a stipend of 5,000 rupees on contract. So your efforts will be evaluated at the end of the month, and whatever evaluation is estimated or is calculated, evaluated on the basis of your task submissions and presentation submissions, the respective stipend amount will be released to the candidates. And first 2 months, there is no stipend for anyone. Third month onwards, we have the stipend for candidates, those who are promoted to probation, post probation, okay, as in those who are promoted to paid internships. And to be selected for paid internships, you need to serve at least 2 months of internships virtually, which is as in the complete internship is virtual. But for the first 2 months, you have to complete your tasks and deliver great presentations, and you should consistently score above 70% of the marks. That's what is the first criteria. Coming back to, we do have that candidate search platform as well, where we support our hiring partners also. So people, those who come through direct registrations, get better recommendations to the hiring partners. Okay. We have a candidate search platform where our clients and our hiring partners do look at the cream candidates and they try to hire, as well as you have higher chances for placements in our organization as well, where you can work on, in individual products and services which we build for the customers. Again, as soon as we progress, you would eventually get access to industry events, like we organize a lot of events with NASSCOM and various other organizations. So there you can get those access. There is a mentorship program also, which you will eventually receive the guidance and insights from the experienced professionals in the field. And eventually, this overall internship is an opportunity for your skill development, and you will get interactions and network with the industry professionals. So that's how this direct registration internship is organized. Now moving on to the training on the project. So current product which we guys are focused on is daytradeinsight.com. So eventually, each and every group member, there are different subtasks related to this product which we currently sell to our customers. And the current product which we are selling is Day Trade Insight, real-time stocks and options analysis. This is the major product on which we guys are currently working. There are various other products, but these are private products. These are products which we offer as a subscription model. So we can give access to the interns to work on products like this. Okay. Now, this product has a lot of technology integrated. It has technology included like Python, Django, data science, machine learning, cloud computing, front-end design, back-end design, SQL databases, and a lot more. DevOps, security, cybersecurity. So all of these technologies are used in the product. And as an intern, it is your responsibility to, with respect to your technology, you have to learn how we do relevant tasks of that technology in this product. And that's what is your objective. And that's what would be your objective in any of the internships, or as soon as you proceed further in the software development career or the IT-based career. I believe this is clear. So first thing is, you guys can explore daytradeinsight.com. Go to the website, you can explore it. You can see how videos are organized, how individual investment advisor accounts are handled, how analytic targets are estimated, how financial machine learning is done, how financial analysis is done. Okay. So all these things you can quickly evaluate. Post that, there are a lot of things within this particular product where we have an AI-based open interest chain scanner tool. We have a Twitter sentiment analysis tool included in it. We have an audience aggregation module integrated in it. Then there are various modules which are included in this particular business. So datadinsight.com is not only a website, it is a complete business model which has a lot of technology included in it. And the internships are organized in this format where you guys have to work on tasks relevant to the products which we are currently selling. Okay. And eventually you have to learn, and we will be explaining you how we, use multiple technologies and multiple technical concepts in order to build products, and finally how we create value to the customer. That is what you guys need to learn. And eventually there is a playlist which you guys would be eventually accessing on our official YouTube channel. Let me just quickly take you there. And this will be here on this playlist. The videos will be updated regularly. So our direct registrations live training videos would be available over here. Whether we would be taking it on Zoom, we would be recording and updating it on the same playlist, as well as whenever we have the video recorded interaction, that also will be recorded and will be kept here on this playlist. And I'm taking you to the playlist. So currently, the playlist is Hack with the Internship Live Lessons. Okay, you need to subscribe this playlist. Okay, and you can keep keep it to your what do you say, bookmark list, and this is important. Okay, and as soon as I publish this video, in the description you will get link to this playlist also, so that you can subscribe to that playlist and follow that playlist, so that whenever we have a new interaction session done, the video will be published and you will be able to access it. Now, I'm moving on to the back to our discussions. So here, as I have already told you, there would be a lot of things which we will be discussing about the product, and then one by one we can have discussions to different other projects as well. So we will be going one by one. So first product which we will be taking in this conversation would be our daytradeinsight.com product. And we will be understanding how we use different technologies like full stack web development, backend development, databases, data engineering, Azure, AWS cloud, email services. All those things are integrated into one specific product, and how it is organized and managed. So that's what you guys need to learn. And eventually when you learn it, whenever, even if you're working in our organization, or if you will be switching to other organizations, you have to work out in teams, and together you guys have to build value. Even if you're going in the entrepreneurship segment, you will get an idea how valuable products are created for the consumers. Okay. Apart from that, there are more public products which are available on the website. Eventually, there are a lot more products and projects which we have already built, but everything is not accessible one by one on internet online. They are accessible to confidential customers and so. But eventually, one by one, we will be going through these products. So first, we will be starting with Daytrade Insight. This would be our first product in the series. Second product would be Audience Blend. We would be discussing on it. Once Daytrade Insight product discussions are done with technology, then we'll switch to second product, which is Audience Blend. Third, we can get started with, we can get into Diagnostic Export. This would be third product in sequence. Or eventually, if we would be building whatever we are building, and if we got something publicly published product, then we can, do change the discussions as well, the sequence of the discussions. So with respect to your college requirements, in case if you guys have to specify to your college that on what product you are working, so initially you can specify daytradeinsight.com, or any of these 6 products you can take. Intern Tracker is a software where tasks are allotted, where you are the customers. Okay. So you're not managing Intern Tracker, you are using Intern Tracker. So Intern Tracker wouldn't be the best to show as a project for your organization, because eventually you're using the product and you will be taking a lot of tasks on it. Other than that, for your college submissions, you can take your technology name and you can use the business model as Daytrade Insight, that you're working for Daytrade working for Hackveda, you're currently working on the product day trade inside, and you're working on the Java relevant part for it. So that is how you can create, your project report synopsis accordingly. Now, the tasks which your guys are doing on intern tracker, they are somewhat related to the bigger products and services which you are building. So we allot small sub tasks to you, which are already done, so that you guys can gain experience how things are implemented, or how it needs to be done. And once you guys are fluent enough, once you guys are done working with us 6 to 8 months virtually, then there are chances where you guys can work as a full-time employee, and then you can work on professional products. Okay. So that's how the internships are organized. Now, moving on to, so again, I think this discussion is clear. Now I'm moving back to the questions. Okay, one thing I would like to tell you again, that we will be taking this as the major project for now. Individual technologies are integrated into the product, and we will be discussing one by one how individual technologies are used in creating the product. You guys have to understand how the technology is used with respect to your internship domain. Okay. So how Python is used, how databases are used, what database queries we have done, how data engineering is used on the product, how AWS is used on the product, how EC2 instances were created for the product, how we do financial technical analysis at the back end. So we will be taking it one by one. Okay. It is not an individual's project which people can come and see, sir, we three are from the same college, and we cannot give the same name for the same project, but you have to give it eventually because it's a very large project. Individually, anybody cannot build, one product individually and within 1 or 2 months. So that's not how it works. So we believe if you are coming for an internship, you should have that minimum level of intellect, that how work is done, how professional work is done. Okay. Now, moving back to the questions which we have received. So we'll go one by one, and we will get started by the questions. So let's say I'll take the questions from here, the questions for today. So what about the stipend? I have already told that for the first 2 months, we don't have the provision of stipends. Third month onwards, we have the provision of stipends only to those candidates, those who are selected as probationary interns. So post probation, you have to complete minimum 4 to 5 presentations in first 2 months, and you should score minimum 70% throughout in each metric during the evaluation process. Only then you can be selected as a paid intern. When you become a paid intern, then on the basis of performance evaluation, the stipends are released. Secondly, can I do internship for 2 months, and what exactly I need to do? You can do internship for 2 months, and there is no specific requirement in order to select 2 months duration somewhere. Either once you join, once your duration is complete, you can write a mail to support@hackveda.in, and you can request completion letter from your intern tracker account, and eventually we can issue the selection completion letter to you if if you have done the task for 2 months, if you have the legitimate attendance record, if you have the presentations scored, evaluated, uploaded on your intern tracker profile, then we can issue completion letter to you. So you can do it for 2 months. And to do this 2 months internship, you will get tasks on your intern tracker account, and you have to complete task by task. One by one, you guys have to complete the tasks. Okay. And if you want, I can show you, maybe let me see if I'll walk you through with, a couple of accounts through which it would be maybe easy or better for you to understand how you guys will be able to complete, your internships. So let me just see. Here are the questions, direct registrations. I'll come to this. So internship part is clear that yes, you can do 2 months internships, and you have to do tasks on intern tracker one by one. And if you have not followed, if you have not understood how you have to do it, you should have attended the welcome meeting. If you have not yet attended the welcome meeting, you can find the link of the welcome meeting on on our official YouTube channel itself. Okay. So here on the official YouTube channel, if we go, better you can subscribe this official YouTube channel of Hackveda. I'll take you to youtube.com/official Hackveda. So here is the Hackveda Limited's channel, and you can find this Hackveda Internships Introduction Webinar, 19th December. You can get all the instructions on this video here. So you can open Hackveda channel, subscribe it, and get the instructions on Hackveda Internships Introduction Webinar, which was done. And you will eventually get to know how you can use internships, okay? How you can go through with this internship. Now, so these are the two playlists, which I have already told you. Next, we have got another question. Can we request change in project if we are currently aware with the present assigned one? Awareness is important. If you know something, then you have to do it. Okay. So eventually, once you join a group, you will be allotted a task. You have to complete the task, and you cannot change the task. You cannot skip the task. Okay. Because otherwise, it makes no sense. You might be skipping tasks and doing nothing. So that cannot be done. You have to complete tasks by task. And if you are facing difficulty in any of those tasks within your intern tracker account, there is search references available, and you can find references how other interns have completed those tasks on that reference link. So within search references, we have that option available, and search references is available within your intern tracker account itself. Now, moving on to okay, we are done with this. I'm from Java programming group. Can you please brief about it, and what are the expectations from us? Also, what are the things do we need to show in our presentation? Again, you find Java related tasks on your search references, depending on what is allotted to you. And you can find the references, how other candidates have presented it, and you will eventually get to know what we expect from you. So our expectation is, given the task, you should be able to create a presentation, and you should deliver that task in form of a presentation to us, and this becomes the value content for us. And your profile becomes clear on candidate search, which is one of our solutions. So we do it in order to have internal hires and in order to allot projects. So we do evaluate the candidates. We do search them on our candidate search itself, and I'll show you certain examples. So this is our candidate search. If I quickly search for Java, I'll quickly take you to one of the interns' Java profile. So here I have a Java profile of Palak Tandon. So here, if you can see, she's from Java programming. I was her mentor. She started on 1st July 2023. Her internship is complete as of now. And these are the intern projects she has done. So for Java, these are the relevant projects which have been done by the intern candidate. So she started on 11 July 2023, and she did her internships. The last presentation which she did was on 7 December 2023. So July to December, she did her internship, and multiple tasks were allotted to her. She understood each and every task, and she created presentations for each and every task. Okay. So if I quickly click on here, implement automated feedback system. So here is Palak Tandon's record.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Palak Tandon. I'm from Java programming group. And today I'm here to give a presentation on my task name, automated feedback system. So the table of contents.
So I believe you are clear in this regard that what is expected from the intern. So what do we expect? We have allotted tasks to every intern on intern tracker, and they have to complete their tasks, and they will be scored on their tasks. Finally, the number of presentations which they have done will be identified, and it can be eventually checked from your profile about what tasks you are doing. And on the basis of that, whatever projects we are doing, and whenever we need a fresher experience on it, a fresher person on it, we can hire directly from candidate search, and we can put that candidate on the product. So that's how each and every candidate has to be working depending on the tasks which are allotted to them. Overall, for academic requirement, you can use Data Insight as a product. and the tasks which are allotted to you will be moving around this. So if I give you an example, so she's in Java group and she created a presentation on software development lifecycle for stock trading application. So one such stock trading application we have is daytradeinsight.com. So she did her Java based task related to our product. Similarly, if you see next task which she did, so she did read CSV historical data of stock market in Java. So how it can be done in Java. Again, so this is the task related to our day trade insight, that how we read historical data of stock market and how we use Java to process it. Again, as you move further, you can see plotting line chart with moving averages, creating trend lines for the HDFC Bank data set, then creating a Tasteverse application. These are the advanced projects which she started doing October onwards. So once she has done her basic projects, July, August onwards, then she started working on advanced projects. Okay. And later she started creating research-based projects, which was one of automated feedback system which was created. So this is one such profile. For every specific group, we have, different profiles, different people. So that's how this is organized. Okay. So I believe this is clear. So there is a major project which the company is building for company's customers. You guys as interns are here to understand how technology is used, how your internship technology is used in those product. Okay, that you have to understand. And you have to do multiple tasks around the product. Okay, so initially in this direct live training, we will be training you on the first product, which is daytradeinsight.com. Once we are done with this discussions, then we will move on to other products which the company is building, but we will be going it one by one. And the major objective of the company in offering you this virtual internship is to make you professionally ready, and so that we can hire you, our clients and hiring partners can also hire you. That's the major objective from the company's side. From your side is the placements and experience on working the product. So we will be sharing insights of how we are building the products, how we use technology. You have to learn that, you have to interact with us, and finally you have to do tasks on intern tracker and submit great presentations. So that's what is expected from the interns. Moving to the next question. Is working time is flexible, or we have fixed slot for work? So working time is flexible. Your task is allotted to you on intern tracker, and you can complete your task anytime as soon as you're done. Then you have to request, you have to schedule your presentation. Once your presentation is scheduled, you have to present it in the Scrum meeting. If you are unable to present it in the Scrum meeting, in that case, you have to send it a recorded presentation on scrum@hackveda.in, but that can only be done once the Scrum manager calls your name in the Scrum meeting and she asks you to submit to scrum@hackveda.in, because eventually at the end they will be evaluating it and they know whose presentation they will be evaluating and what is the case with a specific person. So work time is flexible, and presentations are done on the Scrum meetings between Tuesday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's it. People, those who are able to present it during that Scrum meeting, it is fine. The Scrum meetings are conducted on the basis of sequence, the sequence of the presentation issued. And next, those who are unable to do that on that day, then they have to record the presentation and send it to scrum@hackveda.in. Now, how to get a project? So you have to open your intern tracker account and you have to request a new task. Once you request a new task, you will get the task allotted and you can start working on it. Finally, you have to create a presentation on that task and you have to deliver the presentation. You will be evaluated on the basis of the presentation which you have done. Okay. So that's how you get the project. So you will eventually get the tasks on intern tracker. The project is daytradeinsight.com for now. Okay. And we are interacting on that. Once we are done discussions on daytradeinsight.com, then we will switch to other project, which I will let you know what is the next project. And we will be taking multiple products in this video series. One by one, we will be recording multiple videos and we will be discussing more and more products as much as possible. Then we will be moving on to next question. I completed my task 1, but presentation was pending from last week. You can send your recorded presentation on scrum@hackveda.in, and there you will be able to access, there the Scrum managers will eventually see your video and they will score your video, or they will issue the scores and they will attach your video recording with your profile. Moving to the next, can you please provide us the template for the presentation purposes? So again, you can find the presentation templates. There is no common template. You can use canva.com in order to create your own template, because here everything is about uniqueness. The task is same for multiple people, but how uniquely you work on that task is what is important. So there is no common template. Otherwise, there won't be any distinguishing factor between, the candidate's work. So what you have to do, you have to create your presentation. You can use Canva in order to create good presentations. But yes, you can find references. And if I give you some example, let me just quickly check back. You belong to which group? So if I quickly search, so if I see you are from Azure group, design, implement, data science, Azure. So let me just quickly see. So for Azure, let's say we have Deepavali Bhagwat Maisaga. She has done a couple of presentations. Let's see if we have a record here. Eventually, we can see what can be done. So she has done one presentation which we have on record here is text-to-speech Python app, which she did. So I'll show you how it looks.
Good evening, all. My name is Deepavali Maisagar. I am intern at Hackveda in data design and implement solution, data science solution using Azure. And
So mostly
with the
mostly, if you guys can see, these are the type of presentations which you can eventually get the templates from, canva.com, and you will be able to create great presentations from Canva. Content you have to create, and you have to display how well you can work on that particular task which is allotted to you. You can get the task references, and once you get the task reference, you can get the task references from search references section within your intern tracker account. You can type your task names, and eventually you will get some references. And then if you are stuck somewhere, you can write a mail to support@hackveda.in, and they can also give you certain references if they have. If they don't have, then you have to search it. So that's how it works, because eventually you are working for the organization, and you are solving a problem given to you. Okay, it's not organization's challenge, it's your challenge, and you as an asset must solve the challenge and create value for the organization, and that's how the internship works. Moving on to the next question. So we are done with this. Is it mandatory to use the tech stack given in task, or can I use tech stack on my own to complete the given project? Let me just see. You belong to which group? Give me 1 minute. Because eventually my answer can vary for different people. So again, here, this is for full stack web development. So if you're from full stack web development, eventually it is fine. You can use any tech stack as per your choice for the given task, until and unless it is specifically defined that you have to use X, Y, Z technology. Other than that, you can use a tech stack of your own choice. And objective is the solution to the problem and the task given to you, not the tech stack. Okay. Moving to the next question. Preferable technology to be used for the front end, back end, etc. Any technology, whatever you feel like, you can choose any programming language. And eventually, if you are new to programming and if you want the references, so we have a complete web development series available, which you can find on hackveda.in/events.php. So you can go to events.php, and here in events.php, there is a training program known as website design. You can go to website design. You can click on here, get started. And here, if you can see, okay, again, I'll take you back for a moment. So if you go here and if you see full stack web development, PHP, Node.js, chatbot using Node.js, and many more technologies are there. So you can find those video series You can prepare yourself and you can use any of the technology as per your choice. Okay. If you know any programming language, that is fine. You can use that if you're able to do the relevant task on that using that technology. You can use any of that. Okay. And eventually, when it comes to using front end, we generally use tools like Figma and Adobe XD in order to drag and drop the controls. And we use websites like uplabs.com, from where we get inspired by the designs from the world top designers, and then we start creating the product. So here is one place, uplabs.com. Here you can find your, design, what do you say, motivations and inspirations. And on the basis of designs, then you can draw it on Figma, and then you can export your Figma designs into HTML and CSS using tools like locofy.ai. And you can integrate this Locofy AI tool in Figma. So this can help you export your, front-end development activity. You can export it to any different product. So you can drag and drop design using Figma and then click on export using Locofy AI, and you can export it. How you have to integrate the add-on, that is your task. You guys have to do it. Okay. We are not here to guide you on these very small steps. It is your challenge. You have to gain that experience. How will you download Figma? How will you open it? Watch some sample tutorials on internet, then integrate locofy.ai, understand the tutorials. On each and every website, there are enough tutorials available on individual products website itself. So you need not worry about the tutorials. Just follow the tutorials given on their respective websites. That's all. Okay. So I believe this question is clear. Moving on to the next one. I registered for the domain of database administrator, and I have a few queries. I would like to know more about 6-month program, including the probation period. As I've already told you, there is no specific selection criteria for the internship. Till the time you are working on the platform, you can work. There is no limitation. Whenever you want the internship to be completed, request internship completion from your intern tracker account, be it 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, whatever it is. If you are eligible, we will issue the completion letter. Your eligibility criteria is minimum 2 to 3 presentations must be done, and you should got good scores, and you should be marking your attendance regularly. If there is 0 presentation, we will not be able to issue completion letters to you. In any case, whatever the emergency or whatever it is, we won't be able to issue it. Okay. So duration part is clear. The next part is probation period is 2 months. First 2 months, you will be creating presentations. We will be evaluating you. First 2 months onwards, as soon as your probation scoring is done, on your intern tracker account, automatically you will get an option ready for probation, request probation letter. Once you request probation letter, you will eventually be promoted to paid intern. Then we will be evaluating your performance regularly. And once you will be submitting monthly reports about what all tasks you have done, we will be evaluating your time, how well you delivered, your score, quality of work, time deviations, all those will be calculated, and your respective stipends will be credited into your registered bank accounts with Hackweather. When you are selected as a paid intern, you can share your bank information to support@hackweather.in so that we can get it listed to our NEFT accounts. So that post your probation, post your account analysis and all, we will be able to issue the stipends. But eventually, it is not necessary to do now. You can do it when your report evaluation is already done, and you will be notified that, okay, this is the specific stipend value which will be credited into your account. At that point of time, you can send it to accounts@hackweather.in, your details, and they will credit in your account. So these are the duties. Also find the duties on your, intern tracker account selection letters. And if I show you for, if you want me to show you something for database, let me see. For database administrator, we have Devansh, who's working. Let's see. His internship, he's on leave, it seems, as of now. And this is the overall kind of project set which he has been done during this process. Django REST framework, air quality monitors. Then again, he was working on air quality monitor product for database products. Eventually, I'll move to SQL. Let's say if you're a database administrator, we have SQL based as well. So there are various candidates, those who have worked on database administration tasks, and here are certain examples. So for database administration, there were tasks related to Teradata, then identification of key components of air quality monitor and creating a data set for it, then creating a database and web services for the doctor search website, then Teradata architecture, SQL assistant, then database and API designs, then again login databases and API designs, and then database designs for stock trading app. So that's how this is the overall roles and responsibilities which you have to go sequence by sequence. Okay. So I believe, again, this is clear. Moving to how to use Figma in projects, then again, you can go to figma.com and see. And there is already in the video series, in your task itself, we have specified Adobe XD. In the same manner, you can use Figma, and you can find various tutorials on Figma website itself, figma.com. You can go to figma.com and see how they use Figma. So on the resources itself, you will find, a lot of plugins, resources, libraries, and different webinars which were done, how to use it. So you can get a lot of, you can check a lot of content here. So the complete content is organized in a very beautiful format, and you can start learning out of it. So learn one video by one video and then start implementing it in your internship. So that's how you can use it. Coming back to the next, do I have to use only Figma in front end? And can I add HTML and CSS code of my own to finish the project? Yes, you can do it. You can use Figma or you can use any other technique. You can directly code HTML and CSS also to finish your project. There is no compulsion about using Figma. So as I already told you, tech stack is not important. The task and the presentation which you are delivering is important. Coming to, for front end, we have to use Figma. Okay, so as I've already told you, you guys can eventually use any tech stack as per your choice. So I believe we had a great session. We discussed about the primary project, daytradeinsight.com, which we will be using. I want you all to go to daytradeinsight.com and explore how the product works, read about it, see the videos available on the product to understand how we are working, how that product works. Then you can eventually we can discuss one by one about how the login was created, how how login security is ensured, then how AI scanners work, how we integrate Python at the backend in order to get the data and process open interest data, how we are using APIs to fetch the data from National Stock Exchange, then how we evaluate a lot of technical indicators through TradingView platform by using our Django project, which is deployed on AWS cloud. Then there is a mail communication happens between consumers. So how do we use AWS simple email search, API in order to communicate mails? Then we have integrated Twitter in order to communicate quick market opportunities via Twitter channel, and that too is automated. We have an integration of ChatGPT in it. That also we will be discussing, followed by we have a Twitter sentiment analysis happening over there. Because we filter latest stock market news and what would be the impact of that news on a specific stock. So that's what we do evaluate using artificial intelligence and using ChatGPT. Then we do analyze option chain analysis and a lot of things. So a lot of technologies are integrated into Daytrade Insight, and how every individual internship technology relates to it. That's what we will be discussing one by one in this project development series. So guys, I believe this is clear to everyone. And again, for the next session, we will be taking up more queries depending on the queries which we get on the direct registrations live training project QA. So keep this link saved with you, because for every one by one, live training discussions, we will be following this sheet and we will be taking up all the queries one by one and responding to it. Thank you. Have a great day.